Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm the intern supervisor and content creator for Power Poetry, and I've been working for the website for about a year now. And I'm here to tell you a little bit more about myself and about why Power Poetry is so awesome. When I first started working for the website, one of my main tasks was to comment on the poems. Now, I'm sort of an old poetry buff, so I was used to reading poems by Shakespeare, Tennyson, Poe, the poet, not the Teletubby. And I started reading these Power Poetry poems, and I found they were extremely inspirational and relatable, as they talked about everyday things that I've been through myself. I realized that with commenting, I could actually tell them how I felt. And that's definitely one of my favorite parts of Power Poetry, that it's an interactive community. There is a big difference between telling someone how you feel and just letting it go. Here's an example. So every time that I watch The Lion King, I always cry when Simba's dad tries to save him from the stampede and then Scar pushes him off the cliff, and it's just awful, and I cry every time, and I get up and I yell at the TV screen and I yell incomprehensible things at Scar. You little, I can't believe. No. But it doesn't matter how many times that I do that because he's a fictional character and he doesn't actually know or care what I'm thinking about. But with Power Poetry, I can actually tell them how I feel. So if the poem makes me laugh or cry or be really angry or think deep philosophical thoughts, I can let them know. And not only can I let them know, but they can respond with a comment of their own telling me what they think of what I think. And then it starts the whole conversation. I can't do that with The Lion King, and don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. Another one of my tasks is to create poetry resource guides, which offer actions to take with your poetry in the community and tip guides that give inspiration for different themes and styles of poetry that you may not have heard of or thought of before. If you take a look at some of those tip guides, the styles have some pretty funky names, like acrostic, terzarima, onomatopoeia. Some of those sound like names of aliens instead of poetry styles. Hello, I am onomatopoeia. But they're really cool, and you should check them out, and they could definitely inspire your next poem. Now, I think my favorite part about Power Poetry is that you can write about whatever you want, how you want to. If you really want to write a super long, well thought out poem about cheesecake or your favorite color, go for it. Or if you want to vent and say some not so nice stuff about your not so favorite teacher, we want to read about that too. I've told you a few reasons why I like Power Poetry. It's up to you to figure out the rest. Have fun and keep writing.